Good morning from the Universal Orlando parking garage. We are headed in today in hopes of seeing more Halloween Horror Nights progression. I haven't seen anything online about anything, and also it was a huge rainstorm last night, so they usually put these things up at night, like overnight, and I don't know if they could have last night with the big rainstorm. That's okay, we'll check on the progress anyway, see if there is anything new, and then also over in Islands of Adventure, there's a store over there that's called the Hallows Boutique, and they convert it to different seasons. Like most recently it was the Hallows Boutique, and it was like a Halloween slash tiki themed space. Now it is back to just traditional Halloween, the Hallows Boutique. So I'm excited to head in there and see that. And then we'll just check around and see if there's anything else going on. So let's head into Universal Orlando. Looks like it's a busy day. I know that the parks are just opening now, so it is obviously a lot of people heading in because of the opening. So it's only about 9:40 in the morning. All right, so our first stop that we're gonna be heading into is Universal Studios Florida. And I am just waiting for the day that they start putting up the decorations out here. Usually they have a big medallion here in the center that says Halloween Horror Nights, and then they have posters of the different houses along the top. I believe they're probably waiting until they've announced all the houses, because since the last update, there hasn't been any new updates. So the most recent house that we got updated on was the weekend. Oh, maybe something will happen today. That's what happened last Tuesday. All right, so we are starting off heading past Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, heading towards the Music Plaza, and then heading into New York, and we'll see if there's anything along the way in here. We can also check on the construction that's happening at Monsters Cafe. Side note, I do hear some construction noises happening from Shrek 4D. I hear maybe like a jackhammer, or maybe just like a hammer drill. It's exciting. So far, nothing here outside of Despicable Me for Halloween Horror Nights, and nothing in the Music Plaza area. They have definitely been going to work at Monsters Cafe, ripping out sections of the exterior. Like I said, most likely to start fresh and just have basically a square building and start from square one. I wonder what these big pieces of metal are over here. So Music Plaza is all empty right now, but as we draw closer and closer to Halloween Horror Nights, we will start to see queue lines set up all through Music Plaza here, and then we'll see entrance portals where you would get in line to go into a haunted house right here. So we are awaiting the day that those show up. Another look from the other side of Monsters Cafe. Yeah, just looks like a little construction site now. Oh, they did take down the big sign. There's nothing there now. Ah, you can see where the base of it was, or is. Still hoping that they don't take these guys down. But if they do, give me that Pizza Wolf, man. I have no idea where I would put that because it's probably 15 feet tall. It looks huge. So maybe I don't want it, maybe I do. Looking over at the creature from the Black Lagoon, does anybody get the deep vibe from The Boys when he was eating Timothy the octopus? He's got shrimp in that bowl. So as we get into the New York area, we are still seeing the tribute store is open for the summer, but we did find out that August 7th is the last day of the tribute store. So we'll be closing very, very soon. Something else that we're noticing here in the New York area is they've added some like theming to this stage here. So we still don't know what this scare zone is going to be, but we do know that there's going to be a stage here, it looks like. And we've got some hay bales. So in the last video, we said it may be mutant candy or Treeks and Foons, but it's kind of looking like traditional Halloween too. Not 100% sure. I'm excited to hear what announcements we have coming up and what this will be. You can see, yeah, I'm feeling traditional Halloween because they've got this bunting over here, like Halloween bunting, right? We did get the announcement that over in California, they are going to be getting one of the houses that we had before. Is called Scarecrow the Reapening. And so that will be over at Hollywood in California. And that's not coming here, but it is cool to see that they have kind of their version of one of our original houses coming to their Halloween Horror Nights event this year. Right across from the tribute store and the Mummy, there are these construction walls set up, but they are just blocking off for, I believe, some concrete work. So they should be coming down fairly soon because they do need to start setting up things for Halloween Horror Nights. Over at Mummy, the Revenge of the Mummy, we are starting to get some movement. We're starting to see queue lines set up. We're starting to see umbrellas. So a lot of people, as they're walking by, and I'm talking with guests here, they're saying, do you think it's gonna open today? And my theory is that if the black plastic is still up on the windows, they're not gonna open that day. They would not have that black plastic up while guests are walking through the queue. Now, team members might go in there, so there might be a team member preview today. Also, another thing to look out for is there would be somebody stationed here at the lockers. There would be team members stationed throughout, like directing people where to go, or at least like answering questions. Right now there's nobody out here, so there's like, I'm feeling like not a chance of any sort of soft opening today for guests. That's not to say that team members won't be riding this today. We've heard rumors that it is ready to go and they're just putting some finishing touches on it. So just be prepared. All right, so from Mummy, while I was standing here, some executives came out and were looking at the test seat, but I'm gonna head over to the tribute store and have a look at the end to see if there are any more clues towards the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. It should be noted that today is Tuesday, August 2nd, and I guess a lot of people on the annual pass holders, the Universal Orlando annual pass holders Facebook group, are saying that they believe that it's going to soft open today, the Mummy. I don't know if it will. There's a lot of people waiting outside right now, just watching the Mummy and seeing if it will open. I don't think it will today, but I'll check back before we leave just to double check. So as we talked about the tribute store, I'm gonna head in the exit like I did last time and just show you guys that cutting table that's right at the exit. So like I've said before, there are some points to Halloween Horror Nights. These are posters from the Halloween Horror Nights House Slaughter Cinema, and there have been things that have been constantly being added to these, like 1952, Halloween, Cursed, things that are underlined. And the most recent one is here, opening soon, an experience to die for, located in the old Tribute Theater. Frightful, spooky, scary. Opening this haunting season, 1954, dare to enter, don't chicken out. Join us for a chilling journey through Halloween, thrills and chills for all ages. Sit and scream, the best candy in town. I like this. I like that there might be like a haunted, you know those things at the fair where there's like haunted mansion, like dark rides? Maybe that will be in here. This character right here, this little pumpkin guy, his name's Little Boo, or Lil Boo. Lil Boo was a character that was on the outside of a house that was called Wicked Growth. He was one of the pumpkins that was carved in the entranceway. And we'll put a link to a video in the description down below where you can see the entrance to that house. And Lil Boo became one of the fan favorites. Fans of Halloween Horror Nights kind of flocked to him and really enjoyed that pumpkin. So it's interesting to see him here. And when we head over to the other park, they have a lot of merch with Lil Boo on it. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the best candy in town, right? We're getting that. We're getting some sort of like candy something. Sit and Scream, I think one of the rooms will be themed to a haunted mansion type. I don't know if they're called haunted mansions, but like a haunted house type dark ride fair attraction. What else? Maybe there'll be a pumpkin room because there are a lot of pumpkins on here. Kind of like traditional Halloween type stuff, and that also fits into the scare zone that is out front with that traditional, like the hay bales and the stage with the Halloween themed bunting. So all clues considered, I am kind of leaning towards this scare zone out here in New York being more of traditional Halloween themed, which is exciting. And like I said, not confirmed, no inside information. I'm just making guesses out here. But we will find out soon enough when they make the announcement of the scare zones. So back over at the Mummy, and we're gonna head into Sahara Traders, see if there's any movement in there as far as the exit of the Mummy through the gift shop. Okay, things have moved around. This is the photo kiosk where you would get your on-ride photos. This is completely open now.
Your fortune is mine for the telling, and yours for the hearing. Come, let Zoltar tell you more.
Will you tell me when Mummy is opening? Because that would be nice. But yeah, like photo kiosks are available over here. Merch has been moved all the way back here. Mummy specific merch, like Revenge of the Mummy merch, is on display for you to see when you're coming off of the ride. So it really is feeling like it's gonna be happening any day now, for sure. But again, if there was going to be a soft opening, I would imagine that they would have this desk staffed and everything, which it's not. So, I like that they do have these tickets around, admission ticket to the Museum of Antiquities. Oh, I just noticed as I was walking through the New York section, they do have lights strung up in the air across the streets, because those are like Christmas lights or like cafe lights. So I'm really, really wondering what this scare zone will be. It kind of has a festival feel to it, like you're at a traditional Halloween festival. All right, gonna make our way around the rest of the park, and this song from Ghostbusters is kind of making me feel like maybe we'll see something more for Halloween Horror Nights. Heading into the San Francisco section, not seeing anything really going on here except for lights, and we've got some speakers on the lighting towers too. Other than that, nothing. Got some speakers on the truss work over here, which I'm guessing is going to be leading into the haunted house over here. And then also, for a while, this little turntable was like behind walls, under construction, and they have finished it and reopened it. And there it is. Looks like they didn't even do anything to it, but when we were here last, we could see inside it was all ripped up. Heading through the London waterfront, not seeing anything in particular happening over here. We're gonna head back to Fear Factor, see if there's any movement there. And then I think we have to head through Central Park. That should be the next spot that we would see something. Yeah, no movement yet over here at Fear Factor. Not, at least on the outside. I know there's movement happening inside, but nothing on the outside. But like I said, there is this cord over here plugging something in or providing power to something. And I can hear work happening back there. Oh yeah, look, you can see like ropes and stuff moving around. So they are definitely doing something in there. Here outside of the MIB gear shop, the construction walls have grown. Also, they're doing something big in there. You can see some like large tire tracks going in and out of this gate here. And I thought it was just concrete work, but like maybe it's bigger than that. So also we should note that this area here will be the entrance to some Halloween Horror Nights houses. We don't have any movement here yet. Heading through Springfield, nothing happening here. They're playing the Bartman, which was Bart's rap. Fun fact about me, I used to know all the words to this song. I don't anymore, but I used to. I feel like they did some work here where they took out some benches. There were like some wire benches they took out. And there was a construction wall up here the longest time, and I totally didn't even notice they came down. And they've been replaced with these like concrete benches. So we're kind of heading backwards through the Central Park scare zone, but I'll let you know if there's anything new happening in there. Ooh, all right, so there is an overhead element here that kind of looks like it'll be a sign of some kind. Kind of very similar to the one that was over top over at Fast and Furious, the exit of Fast and Furious over there. Interesting. I'm gonna turn around and head the other way so you guys can see what it looks like coming into the scare zone. So last week we were noting these little platforms here that look like they could support the weight of a human. I still don't see any stairs leading up to them or ladders or anything, but they did add this truss work over top here that could be anything. It could be a sign. I was gonna say maybe it was like fire shooting up, but I think they wouldn't do that this close to the trees. It is interesting to me though that it is kind of set back. In years past, the entrance to the scare zone would be kind of out here. Now it looks like it's further back. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I cannot wait to get the announcements for these scare zones. As we're heading into Hollywood, it doesn't feel like there has been much that has been added to this scare zone. The only thing that I can feel like I see is maybe like one more of these posts over here, but that's about it. But still, not 100% sure. I like how discreet this do not climb sign is. I don't know though. It kind of feels like it's all just the same. Like this has all just been here last week. So if you all remember a few years back in the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, Jen Jackson and I had our photos in there on the wall. That was something that we did here at the Five and Dime, and they have a new version of that this year. So our photos were kind of like we were photoshopped onto a body of a period specific person, whereas this year they are doing kind of like, not gravestones, but like plaques for a mortuary? What is that called? What are these things called? Like a plaque that you would see on a mausoleum. So yeah, this year you would get your face on a plaque that would be like in a mausoleum or something like that. It says, "At least I'm warm, Sarah from 1819 to 1838. What a sad day." It says, "See the Five and Dime tribute store or All Hallows Eve Boutique team members for more details." So I talked to a team member in there. They said that there's only one size and it's $129 before tax, and it stays in the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store the entire run of Halloween Horror Nights. And then when it's done, she said that you could come and pick it up, or if you want them to ship it to you, you have to pay shipping, which is different from the year that we did it, we didn't pay shipping. It was included in the cost of the picture, and they shipped it to us automatically at the end of the event. Like there wasn't a choice. Now we are headed back over to the Mummy, get one more check on it. Then we will kind of head out to City Walk. There's a new donut at Voodoo Doughnuts we can try, and then we'll head over to Islands of Adventure. Yep, still no movement, so you know what that means. It's donut time. All right, here we are over at Voodoo Doughnuts, and I actually put my order in while I was in the park, so should be ready over here in just a minute. So here is my Voodoo Doughnut that I just got that is here specifically for summer. This is called the Strawberry Crush. It is a strawberry frosted donut on a stick filled with Bavarian custard and dipped in white sprinkles. This is $3.45. Ooh, man, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm excited to try this. I like that it's on a stick. That way you don't have to actually like grab onto the donut. Get your fingers all sticky. Oh, that's good. Super strawberry. Like it's got a big strawberry flavor. I haven't even gotten to the cream yet. Oh yeah, no, it's Bavarian cream. Oh man. Wow, the Bavarian cream with the strawberry is so good. Holy macaroni, this is delicious. So one thing about Voodoo Doughnuts is that their donuts are like super sweet, whereas this one's not intensely sweet. Like I could eat 2 or 3 of these, but a normal Voodoo Doughnut, I could just eat 1. This is great. So if you like strawberries and Bavarian cream, this is the donut for you. And it is delicious. And also Voodoo Doughnuts are pretty affordable. All right, the adventure begins as we head back to an area just before Hogsmeade called the Lost Continent to a gift shop called the Hallows Boutique. Velocicoaster straight ahead of us, the Hulk off to our left, and we're gonna make a right into Seuss Landing in this direction. I thought the Seuss Landing sign would come into view a lot faster than it did. There it is, there's the sign for Seuss Landing. And now we're headed this way, past Green Eggs and Ham. The path to the left of Green Eggs and Ham leads us just kind of at the other end of Seuss Landing. So we don't actually go around Seuss Landing, we just kind of take a little shortcut here. And then we head out of Seuss Landing and into the Lost Continent. And the way that we know that we're in the Lost Continent is this griffin here, this like gargoyle, is normally not behind walls, but they're refurbishing it right now, but it has a sign on it that says Lost Continent. And there's Mythos right there, an excellent restaurant here at Universal's Islands of Adventure. And of course, Lost Continent is where Poseidon's Fury is. We haven't been on this recently, but they did just reopen it after being fully refurbished. We'll go on it one day. It's just kind of a walking attraction with some shows in it. But we're headed a little bit deeper into the Lost Continent. This is where we're headed to. This dome-shaped building is a store called All Hallows Eve Boutique. Like I said, there's been many different iterations of it, but it is back to its original form, which is a Halloween store. I love the theming of this store, even on the outside. It's very traditional Halloween. The talking fountain is like singing a song to somebody. All right, let's head inside. And then you can see you can get the tribute store photo done here too as well. All right, let's head inside.
What do you do in Illinois?
And I am absolutely in love. This is phenomenal. Wow. Look at all of these like old school decorations. I just want my house to look like this. Where do you find these things? Wow. Oh, like an old school Halloween pail, like a trick-or-treat pail. Look at this guy. It's the most dapper pumpkin guy. There's just so much vintage Halloween stuff, and it's such a good vibe. And then they have, oh my goodness gracious, look at this shirt. This looks like Jackson could fit into it. It says every day is Halloween. Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. I'm gonna get this for Jackson. I'm gonna get me a matching one because they have the adult sizes right over here. Oh man. So you remember we talked about Lil Boo, and you can see he is kind of everywhere, all throughout this store. This one's awesome. It just says Halloween Horror Nights. It's like a wall sign for $37. This is a plastic cup for $10. This is not bad. So both of the designs are the same. A Christmas ornament here for $20. They have, I guess you would call this a dad hat. A little bit like worn on the brim. It says Halloween Horror Nights on the back for $28. These are cool. Sublimated headband, $16. Look at this. This is such a great like line of things. Are these earrings? They are, for $20. A little boo, a black cat, and a skeleton. I was just looking up and they have jack-o'-lanterns all over the place. Some scary looking skeleton jack-o'-lanterns. Some hand-painted designs on the walls. More and more vintage decorations. Supposing a ghost ran after you. That's cool. And then of course this is for $30, the adult t-shirt. So I'm gonna get this one. I just saw that it says 31 right there. That's cool. I got Jackson this one, and then I'm gonna get this one. So I thought that they matched, but they don't match exactly. There's like a coffee tumbler here that says every day is Halloween. Same design as this one right here. And this coffee tumbler is $29. Pretty heavy duty. Doesn't have any brand name on it though, but it's like a nice, almost like an industrial coffee cup. Then they have a glass, every day is Halloween cup. Halloween Horror Nights 2022. Pumpkins and cats and ghosts and witches and skeletons for $12. A shot glass that goes with the theme as well for $12. It's like a double shot glass though, it's huge. This is a flannel shirt, Halloween Horror Nights 2022, and then the Everyday is Halloween design on the back at Universal Studios. And this is, $75 for $40. This is a blacklight reflective apparel shirt. Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. This is the artist collection for Universal Classic Monsters, but also like, who's this? Who's this guy? Because we know Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy. Who's this guy? I'm really getting a good traditional Halloween vibe in this store and all throughout of everything that we've been seeing recently. Ooh, a Halloween Horror Nights Studio Screamers hat. So Studio Screamers are like Pop Funkos almost. But for horror icons, you can kind of see this Mike Myers one on a dog tag. These are earrings, a little ghost, a little pumpkin lord, and then Bride of Frankenstein. Same thing over here. This ghost guy is somebody that I don't know who it is. Seems to be a new character. Yeah, it's like Casper up there. You can see him on the backpack. This is a Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights mini backpack. And it's got Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Michael Myers, Bride of Frankenstein, and then this kind of looks like Casper the Friendly Ghost, doesn't it? Oh, and then it looks like we've got the director over here and the Pumpkin Lord. Interesting, this is $65. So why is the director the only icon that's on there? Like, what's going on with that? Same thing with the lanyard. We got Wolfman, Bride, Frankenstein's monster, Michael Myers, a little ghost. And then on the inside, we got the director right there. Are we getting some sort of director theme here? Is this the lanyard for this year? You can see here's the pouch that says Halloween Horror Nights 2022. And that's one thing that Universal does, is they always have a Halloween Horror Nights lanyard for you to put your pass in. Oh, we've got the Pumpkin Lord here too. Interesting. So Universal did just tweet today, if Lil Boo is back, that means, and then ... And Lil Boo is from a house called Wicked Growth, and the main villain at the end was this Pumpkin Lord guy right here. More of these traditional Halloween decorations. I like this little black cat. He's fun. This is, I'm really blown away by the decorations in here. They're so good and so much fun. And I'm seeing a lot of ghosts. I'm seeing a lot of pumpkins. I'm seeing skeletons and witches. So, take that as you will, as we make our way a little bit deeper in. Oh, We've got all kinds of drawings back here. Almost like maybe a kid drew them. Okay, I don't know who this guy is, but this is Little Boo, right? Or it's a pumpkin at least. We got Frankenstein's monster, we've got ghosts, we got a witch's hat, got a scarecrow, we've got bride. This guy looks like some sort of bizarre clown maybe. There's Little Boo right there. Yeah, okay. I'm liking this. Like disturbed child drawings. I'm really feeling the backstory of this. Okay, all right. So, follow me on this theory, right? We've got these studio screamers. We've got the director who is he's a previous icon of Halloween Horror Nights. I'm trying to find him on this backpack. There he is, right? Maybe as a kid, he was friends with a ghost, right? So he was a little bit disturbed, but he would draw pictures of monsters and ghosts and pumpkins and all kinds of Halloween-y stuff. And this is his, I don't know, I'm kind of losing myself on this backstory, but you know, I can dream. Look at this guy. I'm telling you guys, this is what I want my house to look like. I want all of these things. Maybe not this weird head in a jar, but everything else. Oh, look, you can buy a wig. You can buy a Bride of Frankenstein wig in here. I think what I would really like to be is the person that goes out and finds these things and buys them and brings them in here to set up. Because like, where do you find this? Where do you find a weird owl that lights up? Or maybe like this strange, almost handmade mouse witch thing? Oh, they do have some of the Halloween boutique-y stuff left over. You can see a skeleton with a pumpkin head surfing. In Halloween we trust. How much is this? $35. Yes. And then I like how everything sounds like it's creaking, like we're inside of a barn or something that's being overridden by growth, maybe some wicked growth, right? So we're really seeing a lot of Boo, a lot of the Pumpkin Lord, which were both characters from Wicked Growth. I don't know, I'm feeling like the Pumpkin Lord might have a place here at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Do you know, Mr. Skeleton? What in the world is this thing? See, lots and lots of pumpkins. It's like an old pumpkin, almost like an old pumpkin patch, right? Wicked Growth, once again. It's kind of feeling this way. These things are awesome, and I kind of feel like they should be for sale. But they're not, I don't think. All right, so I wanted to kind of give you guys my thought process here. We were over in the tribute store. We see all these clues to a haunted theater. Then we see the stuff about candy, and then we start to see the traditional Halloween themes coming out in the newest poster that I could put up there. And we see Little Boo, we see witches, we see skeletons, we see ghosts. We come over here, witches, skeletons, ghosts, Little Boo. Then we go into New York, out in front of where the tribute store is. Traditional Halloween hay bales, Halloween bunting. I'm kind of feeling like this year, the theme is going to have like a traditional Halloween aspect to it. And I'm loving that. Like, I like the aesthetic of the new store. I like the merch. It's the first time that I've been like truly excited about Halloween Horror Nights merch. Most other times I'm just like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice shirt. This time I'm like, first day, bought the shirt. I'm gonna wear it all the time. I'm really excited. Now I'm starting to get more and more excited for this year because of these traditional Halloween themes that are showing up, kind of like a vintage feel to it. That's what I'm hoping for. That's where I'm leaning. And hopefully that shows up soon. Hopefully they start to release some stuff and tell us some ideas of what's happening and like the lore and the backstory behind everything. Because we're getting close. We're about a month away now from the grand opening of Halloween Horror Nights. Actually a month exactly. Today's August 2nd. It opens September 2nd. So we need to get some announcements. I feel like announcements will sell tickets. Let's sell some tickets, Universal. Let's do it. Let's do some announcements. So now we're headed out. I think that was it. That's the majority of what we have to show here. I don't think that Mummy's gonna open today. I don't think we're gonna get any more announcements, We will for sure be coming back again to check on the progress of the scare zones as more and more props get set out. I'm very excited for Halloween this year, based on today alone. Just seeing all of the merch and the little tidbits at the end of the tribute store and that one prop in the New York scare zone. It's getting me very excited because I like that aesthetic. So all in all, a fantastic day. And with that being said, we are off. We will see you all tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.